go on my way without you, whoa, how can I know if I go on my way without you? Oh, where would I go? Set sail with me, misty lady, set my spirit free. New love to find, and though I leave another behind, I'll always come back to you. 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 She's my lady now and ever. Whoa, how can I know? Hey everyone. Can we go all the way together? Oh, let it be so. So we'll say our last goodbye, and we'll make it this time. Oh, set sail with me to a paradise out beyond the sea, at a land. Come back to you. I'll come back to you. At a land. I'll come back to you. At a land. Come back to you. Always. At a land. I'll come back to you. At a land. I'll always come back to you. I'll always come back to you. I'll always come back to you. Hey y'all, what's going on, lovelies? All the beautiful people in the place. You got your face in the place. What's going on, y'all? I'm in that kind of settle back, lay back, kind of sultry mood. You know, like you can put your lighters up. Put your lighters up. I light a candle, I some incense, and just chill. That's the type of atmosphere I am in at this moment. So I got my neo soul going on in my heart. That's what's so funny. So I'm like, okay, but y'all deal with me one more. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna play right now, and then I'll be back. I'm gonna get on some Nita Baker. Mm-hmm. Yes. This is for the grown people right here. Come on now. Many days it goes unspoken. Hey. But this desire never seems to go away. It's gonna take much more than hope to bring you close. I think I'll pray. I hear you say you've got a lot to give up. Come on, Anita, tell us, girl. And there is so much more this heart of mine can take. If what you have to bring to me is positive, you send it right away, right away. I wanna know what good love feels like. Good love, good love. I want a love that is sure to stand the test of time. I want to know what good love feels like. Good love, good love. Morning, noon, and night. Forever all my life. Good love, good love. Hey, come on. Good love, good love. There is a void that stands between us, and it seems it's getting harder to relate. Never in the wildest dreams that I imagined life this way. Hey. I wanna know what good love feels like. Good love, good love. I want a love that's sure to stand the test of time. I wanna know what good love feels like. Good love, morning, noon, and night. Forever all my life. I wanna know what good love feels like. Good love, good love. I want a love that's sure to stand the test of time. I wanna know what good love feels like. Hear me when I say, come on, yeah. If you're the man I hear you say you are, I don't quite understand. Melissa, hey boo. Never have I felt the need to be this close. Words cannot. Come on, Anita, what? I wanna know what good love feels like. Good love, good love. I want a love that's sure to stand the test of time. I wanna know what good love feels like. Good love, good love. Morning, noon, and night. I wanna know what good love is. To stand the test of time. Solid, baby. I wanna know what good love feels like. Somewhere. Morning, noon, and night. And I'm forever all my life. I wanna know what good love feels like. Sweet love that's sure to stand the test of time. Somebody scared. I wanna know what good love feels like. So child and night. Forever all my life. I wanna know. Come on, Anita. Hey. I wanna know what good love feel like. Good love, good love. Hey, yes, y'all. How's everyone doing? How was your Thanksgiving? Let's chat a bit. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Mine started out chaotic, but by the end of the day, all was well. All was well. So, one of the things that happened, my son took the dressing out of the oven. And when he took the dressing out of the oven, you know how flopsy these little tin pans they are now. Um, it spilt. So half of the dressing went on the floor and half of the dressing stayed in the pan. Yeah. So other than that, oh, and I ended up making the sweet potato pies like after everybody ate. Then I threw them in the oven. It was just, I realized yesterday, say la vie, that's life. You know, just just roll with it. Yeah, mine was good too. I told my husband next year, I think we gonna bounce. Either we gonna bounce or I'm gonna bounce. I don't think I'm cooking next year. I really, yeah. I'm taking the selfish road. I think I'm gonna do like my god niece and go to Gatlinburg and watch the birds from my window, climb around and all that stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So yes, the dressing. And he was so upset. He was so hard on himself. And I was like, boy, dang, it happens. Life goes on. Get with it. So, yeah, And then my baby boy, he's sitting over in his where he live at. He got his own place. And I thought he was coming over. He was waiting on us to come and get him, but he didn't call either way. So he's sitting over, and it just so happened to dawn on me. I said, "Have you heard from your son?" Because he did wish us a happy Thanksgiving. And so my husband's like, nah. So would you check and make sure he ate? That's the mother in me. So I was in here in the media room and he came in here. He said, I'll be back. He said, I'm going to go take your son something to eat. And I cracked up. I said, oh, he ate. He said, nope. I said, I didn't think so. I said, I just felt like he was sitting over there, just sitting there. And he got this thing. He's like, Mama, I don't want to keep having to depend on y'all. I'm a man and all this. I'm like, yeah, but like I told you, as long as I got it, you got it. And I would never see you hungry. Now, everything else, that's up in the air, but I would never see you hungry. So we took him a plate over, well, two plates, because everything I cooked, he had to put on two plates and everything. So he was happy. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just like, wow. So, today, y'all, let me tell you what I did. I really never do nothing for myself. Nothing. I am done with my husband's Christmas. Okay. So that's complete. All I have to do is just wrap it up when it all arrives. That's it. It's over. Um, One of his Christmas gifts he watches every night, which is the big screen TV that he wanted. So, you know. But for myself today, I found I'm a purse fanatic. Okay, so let me down and throw my hand up. Hi, my name is Coco, and I'm a purse addict. Y'all, Coach purses is my heart. It is I love Coaches. I don't know why, but I fell in love with Coaches when I don't know. I think it was during the time when I was stripping and stuff. I don't know. I just love Coach purses. I like the way they're made. I like the variety that they come in. So I have a collection of Coach purses. And so today I was saw that they had a sale. And I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was going out of my mind about Coaches. That's ridiculous, ain't it? And I usually don't waste no money like that. But I felt like with all the stuff I've been through this year, and everything, and I've gotten all my bills taken care of. Like right now there is no need and I have a little bit of change, not a lot of it, but a little bit of change kind of in my reserve. I'm gonna buy this purse that's on sale because ain't no telling when I'm gonna get to buy one again. Yeah. So that's what I did. I bought me a purse. Yay, me. I'm excited. I know it don't mean a hill of beans to y'all. Y'all like, okay, and but I'm not one to splurge. I'm not one that's frivolous with money. I'm very dot your I, cross your T type of female. I was into Dooney and Burke when I was like in the ninth grade from 8 and 9 because I had a auntie who lived in Chicago, and she would always get Dooney and Burke's and Fendi's. And when they get old to her, which was like maybe 6 months old, she would ship them to me. So I think that's how I got my love of purses, though, to be honest, through her. She's dead now. She died the day after my birthday this year. But I think that's how I got it because she could get stuff in Chicago dirt cheap and would ship them to me. So yeah, I'm with you on that. But my love is for coaches. I don't know what it is about a coach purse, but I love it. I used to have a buyer, and when I was working for the bank, and I had this buyer that would buy them, and he would contact me when he was coming back in Kentucky, and he would send me his list that he had and pictures of them and the serial number and stuff, and I used to order my purses through him. And I remember I was at work one day, and this girl, she wasn't of our persuasion. She had one, but she didn't have what I had. And she was like, "Oh my goodness, that is the number of such and such and such of Coach Purses. That's not due to be here until such and such a. How'd you get that?" And I thought that was very rude. I thought it was very rude to ask me, "How did I get it?" What you mean, how did I get it? So she's like, I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying, can I look at it? I said, sure. So, she was looking at the stitches and everything. She's like, this is real. That's rude as heck. And I looked at her, I'm like, I know, you know. So, yeah, And so then when I came in, and 2 weeks later, I had another one, and it was like the big hobo bag. Oh my good, that girl almost lost her mind. She said, "This is a $500 bag." Okay, and I just was like, "What is she trying to say? What you trying to say? Are we both not working for a bank?" However, did not train you. Get into it. I trained you, ma'am, and now you a manager. Now, how does that work? Y'all already know what was at play with that, so I don't even have to say that, do I? So, how does a person with 4.5 years of management get passed over for a management job, and you train somebody and they get the management position? Okay, yeah, I hear all that, right? Somebody with 4.5 years of management and banking get passed over for not enough experience to be a manager for a bank, and you're training somebody who applied after you and got the position and knew nothing about banking. Okay, move forward. So, anywho, uh, I was like, my husband was like, wait a minute, say what? He was pissed. I was like, you know what? Let it ride because I ain't going to be here forever. They going to miss me, you know. Oh, yeah, I could tell y'all some stories about honey jobs and all this and stuff. Y'all would be like, what? I've been doing a lot when it comes to working in these corporate settings. I've been doing a lot. It's like people take a look at you and think one or two things. Either you don't know what you're doing, or you too intelligent, you may take their job. So you become target number one, you know? Uh the only field, and I'm quite sure it still happens, but the only field I didn't find that in was when I was a certified nurse's assistant. I didn't find that in that field because who wants to admit, who wants to beat you wiping people's butts? Okay. Like, oh, I'm the best butt wiper in the city. Nobody stands in line to say that. You feel me? So yeah, that's the only job. But the other ones, yeah, I could tell you some stuff. Anyway, moving forward. So, um, I found out. So I received a check, y'all. Actually, it was a check with $0 and 0 cents. And I asked them, excuse me, So they're still trying to research why a check was printed to me for $0 and 0 cents. Okay. And then it has negative 20 hours. They don't understand why they took negative 20 hours from me and sent me a $0 zero check. I mean $0 0 cent check. It cost y'all money to even print the check. And y'all sent it to me. I thought it was a joke at first. And so I went back and looked at my banking history, my deposits, where they send my money to. And I'm like, wait a minute now. I'm not, what's going on? So I contact human resources, the payroll department. And they was like, huh? That doesn't make sense. I know that. Y'all owe me money. So how y'all taking money from me and y'all owe me? See how they work? See how you have to keep on top of your stuff and stop trusting everybody else to do the job you should do? So far, this particular company has missed paying me 3 times since September. And we in what, November? 3 times. And y'all think I'm not gonna keep up with my pay? I keeps up with my hours down to the T. I know. Okay, again, I was a manager, so I know what to do. I used to work for banking, so I know how to do the percentages and all that and stuff. No ma'am, no ham, no sandwich. Y'all owe me money, and I'll wait because the longer y'all take to pay me, if I have to get an attorney, not only are y'all gonna pay me for that, but y'all gonna pay me the pennies on the dollar since I had to wait for pain and suffering. Oh yeah, and y'all gonna pay my attorney's fee. So I'll wait. I'm a very patient woman, especially when I get paid at the end. Oh yeah, I'll wait. She said, "Time to go." I know, but you know what? The only reason why I'm sticking there is because it's up in the air when I'm leaving Kentucky, and wherever I go, I can take that job with me. That's the only reason why I'm still holding on to it. However, okay, if I get this other position that's going to help me become more of an entrepreneur, then I'm gone anyway. So, I'm just playing it by ear. My husband don't want me to work anyway, so I'm very skeptical about what I tell him because his answer to me is quit. See what I'm saying? So, you know, and right now I only have one child that I'm responsible for. She's a senior in high school now. She'll be 18 2 weeks after Christmas. Who does that? What was I thinking? Have a baby right after Christmas. What's going on? Anywho, she'll be 18, and then it'll just be me. I get to be selfish. Yay! Which I still have to do for her until after she graduates. No problem. No. But as far as being 18, yeah. We got to get the senior fees out of the way. I have to order her cap and gown today. So before I go to bed tonight, I'm gonna order her cap and gown and go from there. I'm gonna order. I have to take her to get her senior ring. You know, so that's another reason why I'm still holding on. That's it. So, have y'all even started shopping for Christmas or whatever the case may be? Because I don't do no whole lot of for Christmas, y'all. Because I mean, me and my husband, we do for each other all year long, so it's really no big deal. It's just that this year, with all the deaths that we had, because don't y'all know why I was coming on here talking to y'all? I never mentioned it, but I lost a cousin right before Thanksgiving, and they just had his funeral Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? He died of COVID. At least that's what they said he died of. So, you know. And so we've had a lot of deaths this year. The matriarch of our family, who was 108, she died, which we knew she was up in age, but she had lived this long. We didn't think she was gonna go out of here. And I know it's stupid to think like that, but we all was like, she's gonna be around another 10 years. Shh. I guess she got tired and God was like, I'm gonna get her. So, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. So um I just wanted to make it a little bit more special this year. and stuff. Now, when I had kids at home, like I had all my kids at home or whatever, I was through their with their Christmas shopping by September. I never waited to the last minute. During the year, if I saw something or if it went on sale the previous year, I would buy it and put it up. And so by September, I'd be good. I'd be done hid stuff in different people's houses. And then closer we get to Christmas and put the Christmas tree up after Thanksgiving, wrap the gifts up, put them up on the tree. And they'd be like, where the gifts come from? Santa already been here? Now, let's talk about that. Thank you, 300. We had a lot of deaths too. Did you, Melissa? I know, girl. And it kind of puts a damper on things if you let it, but I am determined to love my way out of this situation, you know. Um, but um, let's talk about the Santa Claus situation. How many of y'all still tell y'all kids it's a Santa Claus? I mean, if you do, you do. But I stopped that a long time ago. One, we lived in the projects. Ain't no chimneys in the projects. What's Santa Claus gonna do? Come through the door? So um no, mommy and daddy works hard to reward you during this time. Sorry, no Santa Claus. And I did explain to them how there became a Santa Claus about the Saint Nick and all that and stuff like that. I feel like we need to be honest with our kids, because you think about it, you go through a lot to take care of these kids, and you're gonna give the credit to some jolly fat white man with rosy cheeks that they claim. Come on now. That's not taking their innocence. That's making them appreciate their parents. Like, well, dang, my mama and daddy did this, or my mama did this. Yeah. So, let's not give credit up too soon. And that's just how I look at it. Some of y'all parents go through a lot during the year. Single parents, y'all go through a lot to make sure y'all kids have a roof over their head, keep nice shoes on their feet, clothes on their back. And some of these kids, especially them boys, is growing like wildfire. Shoes ain't cheap. Put food on the table because some of y'all don't qualify for food stamps. Man, that's a hard job. So now tell your kids the truth. Now, Santa Claus didn't do this one. Honey, this was all me. So that's just how I did it. So, you know, um, let me read some of this. Okay. So I hope y'all got a chance to rest last night too. I went to bed at 2 something, and I promise you, I was so tired this morning. I was supposed to bend back in the bed. Shut up, 300. I was supposed to bend back in the bed. I told my husband I was going to babysit his television. And I'm still in here in this media room. I ain't went in my bed yet. So I said, well, look, I knew I wanted to do a live just to check in with my peoples and let's chat it up a little bit. And I'm like, after I do this live, I'm gonna go lay down. So that's how I'm gonna do that. I know that's right, Melissa. My oldest one is 34. My youngest one is 17. So, and I have all ages in between there. Don't get me started on the ages, girl. For real. Cause I be done messed up, and I'm like, everybody say, how come you don't know how old your kids are? I've had 9. Hello, 9. They know how old they are. That's good. You know, I know when birthdays are. I just forget the year. Shoot, my mama calls me my sister. My sister, calling my sister me. So I mean, it happens like that sometimes with parents. They get you mixed up. They be looking at you and pointing at you, calling you another name. Denise? No, wrong child. You know. So it just happened. Parents got a lot on their man. I don't get mad. I just be like, Mom, you got the wrong child. Who you talking about? She like, oh, girl, shoot. You know I'm talking to you, but that ain't my name. I love mess. It ain't my name though. But okay, you don't know the name of the best child you got. So yeah, yeah. Well, I still count it, and you still count your baby too, because even though they're not on this side, they're still with you. And yeah, so I lost my daughter, one of my daughters too, this year. Yeah. So, but I still count her. She still slid at me. I still felt every pain, everything. So yeah, I was pregnant 10 times, Melissa. Issy girl, what's going on, girl? Smooches. Yeah, Melissa, I was pregnant 10 times. Can you believe that? And I had a miscarriage, girl. So, yeah, I ended up with 9 living kids and one miscarriage. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep, yep. And the only difference between me and some women my age, especially in my town, is that I didn't get an abortion. That's the only difference. Because some people are serial abortionists. Yeah, they believe in aborting kids. So it don't look like they ever got pregnant. They only just had one when you done had like 6 abortions. Now actually you done had 7 kids for real. You just killed 6. So I don't even look at that. That's the only difference I think between me and some women. Now, some people had miscarriages like I did, but some women didn't. Some people got them sucked out. And I was trying to talk about people with kids. Like, my Bible said be fruitful and multiply. However, it didn't tell me to do all the being fruitfulness nor the multiplying. Shoot. And like I said, I told the Lord, leave my tubes tied. Don't open them back up. Let anybody around me have as many kids as they want. I've done my share. I've donated my portion. I'm good. Yeah, I didn't believe in it either, Melissa. I did not. Like I said, I don't knock anybody, whatever they do, it's between them and they God, but I didn't believe in it either. You know, if I was big enough, who knows? I might, I did end up blessing a couple people with a couple of my kids. It was a long story, but it is what it is. One of them was a direct result of a rape, and the woman who partially raised her couldn't have no kids. So, my seed blessed her to be a mother. You know, it is what it is. So, and I'm thinking, I used to always say, well, what if the child that I'm carrying, finds the cure for AIDS? What if it's that child to discover a cure for cancer? What if it's that child? You know what I'm saying? That's how I always thought about it. So, you know, and I know a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people's situation, they have to do what they feel is best for them to do. And that's fine. That's all good and grand. But don't be dogging me because I decided to bring mass into the world. So, and I don't regret that. I'm glad I did. I'm glad, that there was something that God said that I did very well, which is carry kids. Very well. And I'm so glad I'm tired, clipped, and burnt because I promise you, if I wasn't, I would probably be pregnant right about now. And that's the truth. But back to my job, I don't know. I don't know why I'm waiting on them to tell me where this -20 is coming from because they didn't overpay me at all. If anything, they underpaid me because they messed up my check 3 times. I didn't get paid. So I'm just waiting, 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 and waiting. So anyway, all right, I have a story. And I'm gonna let y'all read the story. And y'all tell me, y'all tell me what y'all think, and I'll give y'all my honest opinion too. Let me see if I can bring the story up. Hold on. And I'm supposed to meet somebody tomorrow, so okay, we're gonna stop right there. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna go to my inbox. Let y'all see this story. Okay, can y'all see that story? Okay, so I'm gonna read it to you. It says, married in 15 days. On July the 5th, 2020, I met my husband while he was delivering furniture to my sister's house. When they were almost finished, he asked me for my MySpace, laugh out loud. I gave him my Facebook, and before he drove off, he had already requested me and sent an inbox. we talked that night and every night after until 5 to 6 in the morning. It just felt right. By the middle of the week, he said he wanted to be with me forever. By Friday, we talked about marriage and obtaining a license. By the end of the conversation, he had sent me all his information. First time in my life a man has been so for sure about me. Saturday, he bought a ring. Sunday was our first date. Monday, we got our marriage license. The following Friday, he met my best friends and fit perfectly. On Monday morning, July the 20th, 2020, we married. When I say this man made plans for me, woo child, a week later, he had us a place. Every day since then, God has been blessing us. Everything has been lining up. He provides for us while I focus on nursing school. He's so sweet, caring, kind, and patient. God knew we needed each other. I love, and she gave his name. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's chat a bit. Now, what do you all think about that? I know that's right, Melissa Scott. I know that's right. What y'all think about that story? They married within 15 days of meeting each other this year. Now, a lot of people always say it takes time to get to know somebody and blah blah blah. Yes, I'm tagging in to my blah blah blah. Right. I agree with you 300. What y'all think? Okay, Melissa said not real. Uh Let me see. I guess everybody else is just gonna listen. So that's cool. Wait a minute, y'all. Somebody's texting me. Okay. Okay. So Melissa said not real life. She hopes it works out. Okay, so let me tell you. I know several people, and when I say several, I mean, well, maybe I shouldn't say several because several means like seven or more. I know people, at least three couples, who married within 2 months of meeting each other, and they've been married over 15 years, all three couples. I think this is my personal thoughts on it on the matter. I feel like if you click, you just click. That's just like Fantasia's last marriage. They married each other within, I think she said 30 days or something, but you can tell that's finally her soulmate. They click. They complete one another. You can just tell it that's not fake, you know. And he's a man. And a lot of times women like me, we need the men who know how to be who know how to be soft on one hand with us, but then make you have that backbone like, nah, and really mean, nah, and not to be on some man type bull, but because they looking out for the best interests of us. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was impressed that I should have showed y'all their picture. I was impressed that the man knew what he wanted and who he wanted, and he took that opportunity. A lot of times, men will see something they want and they play around with it. You know, not sure if that's the person or what would their family think or what their friends gonna think, and all this and stuff. But that man was like, "No, I ain't letting this one go. I know what I want. I know who I want." It's very rare that you find anybody like that, let alone a man. But it's very rare. But when you a person who knows what you want, and once you get it and walk therein, to me, it don't have to take years. Because let me tell you something. Actually, to be honest, you learn a person within 21 days. You do. We close our eyes to a whole bunch of crap, but you actually learn a person in 21 days. Every expert will tell you And that's why people say, give it time, give it 3 weeks. What's 3 weeks? 21 days. Because by then, you learn what they are, because people can only hide who they are for so long. After, I'm going to be honest, after about 8 days, the person is through putting on and they'll start showing you who they are. Now, it's up to you to believe what you see. Yeah, love at first sight. Yep. Sometimes it happens to people like that. And then here's the thing also. He didn't know if that girl was going to tell him, are you crazy? Get away from me. She could have wounded his ego and be like, no. But for her to recognize the king in him and say, this is somebody I've been waiting on, and for him to know what he want, yeah, let's do this. I wish him the best. Cause see, this is what people don't realize. It's life after I do. Most of the time we spend more of our time picking out the colors, and I want my bridesmaids dresses to be like this, and I want the men to wear this type of tux, and I want this song played as I come down the aisle, and I want my bouquet to look like this, and I want our cake to look like this, and I want these people to be here, and I want this. See, we go all out for the planning and stuff for the day of the day of marriage, which is the wedding. But we put no stock, no planning in life after I do. Because trust me, after you get through walking down the aisle in your beautiful dress, after y'all get through exchanging vows and rings, after you get through crying and getting to the reception hall and dancing and cutting the cake and drinking the punch and getting the gifts, and then reality starts. Because then after that, you head back to the hotel, wherever you go, and then life starts. Then you with this person. Now what? Now what? You know. So some of us putting more stock in the wedding and spending all this money for a wedding for people to wear dresses they only gonna wear one time. You know. And most of the time the bridesmaids' dresses is ugly, but nevertheless, you know. And then we spend all this money to impress people that we don't even like. Spend money we don't have to impress people we'll never see again for real. And to impress people that we don't even like and they don't even like us just for one day. How much sense does that make? And I usually tell people, and this is just a business person to me. If you're getting married, yes, it's nice to have gifts. Don't get me wrong. But I can buy my own gift. Because, see, your taste and my taste may not gel together. So, hey, April. You too, sweetie. Your taste and my taste may not gel together. So I'd rather for you to, if you want to give me a gift, whatever you're going to spend on that gift, put it in a card and put it in the little wishing well that we got. Give me the money. Let me buy what I want to buy. And I say it's from you. I let me take the money and invest it. So, I when I counsel women, or when I counsel married couple, people who's about to get married or whatever, and I tell them, well, what y'all, where y'all registered at and all this and stuff. They're like, we're registered at Target, we're registered at here, we're registered there. I'm like, why? Well, we want some sheets and we want some that stuff. That's material stuff. That's stuff you can buy on your own. Why not let people just give you money? You go buy the stuff you want. You might can find it at a discount. And you can take the rest of it and start your funding for your marriage. You know, but that's too logical. Plus, I always tell people, why are you having a very expensive wedding when you can actually have a small wedding and have a nice reception? Or have go to the justice of peace, or go in your pastor's office and let him say the I do's and the don'ts, and then go somewhere and eat and invite everybody that want to bless you and all this stuff. It's ways to do things, because guess what? When it's all said and done at night, it's just going to be you and him. All them other people, they're going to be somewhere else. You be done paid $5,000 for a hall, $500 for a cake, uh what, 1,000 for food to be prepared, streamers and all this and stuff. And then you got to pay for the dressing. And I realize it's just one day. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you want to go all out on that day and everything. But if I can stress anything, being in this thing 26 years, if I could stress anything, there is life after I do. It's life after I do. And a lot of times we want this big fairy tale wedding because, we want people to see us get married. Okay. I'm just want to keep it real. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bust nobody's button when it comes. You do what you want to do, but I'm just the voice of reason over here. You know, you can still buy you a nice dress, and he can still get in his tuxedo. He can rent his tuxedo or whatever, and y'all can still get them beautiful pictures by the waterfall in the park. Whatever the case may be, with the dove flying and all that. You can still do all that without having like 100 people and half of them taking bets that your marriage ain't gonna last past the parking lot. Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, y'all. I know sometimes I'm too real. People be like, "Girl, you be." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to put no damper on nobody who's trying to get married. I don't. But I'm telling you, less is more. Less is more. I, I know somebody who spent $15,000, and that's a lot for people like us that work. $15,000 on their wedding, and they wedding lasted a year. They had all the whistles and bells and stuff like that, but it only lasted a year. Then I know somebody who went to the Justice of the Peace, said I do, in a cute little dress, and he had on a cute little suit. And they went back into their mom's house and had a barbecue cookout that still married. It's going on, what, 11 years now? And they cost them every bit of what? I want to say at the most $200. And that's including the license. See what I'm saying? It's not about how much money you spend. It's just not. So, moving forward. I just wanted to share that though. I thought that was really interesting read. I really did. It was another one that I had where this couple, they started out poor. They didn't have no furniture. They lived in their car for a minute. They didn't have a place to stay. They finally got a place, apartment. They had no furniture and all that, but they finally started their own company, hauling company, and they bought their first rig, big rig, free, scot free. They don't own nobody. They bought it right out. So now that's theirs, and they're gonna start making money over money over money. See what I'm saying? Like I say, a man should want a woman he can't live without, not just one he can live with. You know, it should be one that she made such an impact in his life that if he never see her again, that's gonna bother him. Yeah, that's how you. Yeah, like it's just somebody I want in my life. You know. And then they make up, but I'm gonna tell y'all, women, y'all don't believe this. And I got some men in here. Sometimes they say stuff, and sometimes they don't. But y'all don't believe this, but this is true. Don't you know a man know whether or not he's gonna marry you when he first meets you? All that extra that you do to get him, and make sure he want to marry me. And I was like, he knows when he first approach you if you're the one. They just don't verbalize it like we do. A lot of time men think women are too loud. Not all women, but they like some women, and they be like, but she's too loud, man. If she wasn't that loud, and sometimes we as women, I love us. Y'all know I love us, but sometimes we ain't got sense God gave a goose. It's like there is some places where being extra is not permitted. And some places we should know that being extra, this ain't the place. Is that my husband home? He had to work today, y'all. No. So, you know, I think a lot of us, as far as females is concerned, we would get more mates if we knew how to control that thing that our teeth is on the inside of, it's between the nose and the chin. If we knew how to control that, we'd be all right. And the first thing we have, if he can't take me the way I am, I don't want him. And you lonely as four left shoes that don't match. Just lonely. Lonely and loud. That don't work. The two L's, lonely and loud. How did I get off on this? I have no clue. But I'm going to roll right with it. I'm going to walk there in because evidently it's meant for me to say. What you say, a very loud and vocal woman is not attractive at all. You're not the only man to say that, 300. For real. I heard a lot of men say that's not a, but I'm gonna be honest with you. In this day and age where we get all this women live, and don't get me wrong, I'm a woman first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was gonna say something, but that was gonna be me. Um, but you'll have a lot of women say, he can't tell me how to talk. Shoot, for years women was quiet. Now we can say what we want, and men want us to shut up. No, he wants you to use the common sense that God gave you, and realize that everything is not an argument. Everything is not a debate. Sometimes it's okay to shut the hell up. And I mean exactly what I said. Y'all know I don't cuss, but I mean that, and I felt it in my shana. Whew. Okay. I felt it in my shana. Sometimes it's okay to shut up. Girl. I swear some women I'll be like, Lord, if they are like that with a man, I can imagine. I can imagine. Whatever you into, whoever your love choice is, still shut up. And I know that's rude as heck, but sometimes when you just keep on, and keep on, women, you one tone, the tone is high and off key, and you keep on, you take no, that would bother me. And I know I think like a dude, but that would bother the shana out of me. I promise. I would be like, I'm not gonna buy her a pop, let alone take her out to dinner. So I'm just saying. And I know women are like, I'm being myself. If he don't like how I am, and that's why you still lonely. Have you ever thought that just because you are being the way you've been, don't mean that's the way you should be? Ooh, that was deep. Have you ever thought that being the way you are is not the way you should be, and that's why you still the way you are? Amen, Walls. You know, I'm not saying let nobody run you, but good grief, I reckon it's just like, boo, cut it out. Sometimes be quiet. Study to be quiet. Study, study to shh. Get you a big bottle of shh. That goes a long way. Then you get the neck rolling and you put your hands on your hip and you can't tell me nothing. And I was doing this before you. I can do it after you. And who you think you are? If it was about all that, and you know your butt was lonely sitting in the corner talking to God, talking about why come I can't find a man. But now that you got one, and because he's confronting that little girl in you, and it's upsetting your never minds. Now you want to talk about you don't need him. You don't want him. You've been doing it all your life. Then why don't you stay single, boo? That's always a choice. My God, see, God, you gonna have me over here, and people gonna be writing me hate mail. I don't care. It's the truth anyhow. When put like it's, I don't want nobody to be cool with me and tell me the wrong stuff just to stay my friend. I to stay cool with me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And wrong don't right nobody. And that's what's wrong. We're in an age now to where if you disagree, then that means you don't like me. What does that? Where they do it at? Are we mature or are we kids? Are we on the playground like, I ain't gonna play with you no more because you said that I had on ugly shoes? Well, to me, they are ugly. But I mean, I wasn't talking about you. Somebody asked me if I liked your shoes, and I said no. And you mean you can't take it because I don't like your shoes? Maybe I don't like your hair either. Have you ever thought about that? I mean, it's just crazy. I'd be like, are we really having these conversations as adults? Some things should have been left on the playground a long time ago. Some things should have been left in the locker rooms. You know what I'm saying? It's like you over if you over 30, some conversations is just redundant. Some things shouldn't even be said amongst grown women. And that's why I tell y'all the age of a person don't make them a woman. It makes them a female because they was born with a slit, but it don't make them a woman. And it dang sure some of this stuff don't make them a lady. Because I've heard, my goodness, some stuff and it makes my inside quiver. Pooh! Hey, Pooh, Pooh. Hey, Boo. And I'm just like, I be hearing some of this stuff like, you are, for real, you a grown woman? Are you sure? It's like, this is what I heard sometimes. It's like a playground. Um, I dare you knock that stick off my shoulder. And if I do knock that stick off, we gonna fight then. What? Well, you knock your stick off my shoulder first. No, you knock my stick off. No, you knock my stick off. No, you knock my stick. That's it's like I'd be like, ugh. Like grow up. I may not like everything you do. It don't mean I don't like you. You may not like everything I do, okay? And yeah, that okay. Now you hit, but you're not always on 100. That's what I'm saying. Something has to happen to you. You have to get agitated before you go there. That's most people. I'm talking about women who's always on 100. A man can't say, a woman can't say to you, uh, "Babe, why'd you change the kitchen stuff around? Who are you to be questioning me? I was doing this before you came in my life. Well, I can do what I want to do. Why you ask me all these questions? I don't add like that. To me, that's so asinine. And if a man stay with you with that, he's stupid. I mm, oh, I don't have those unnecessary conversations. To me, it's beneath me. I just asked you a question, dog. For real, you already on 10. Why you on 10? I'm on 2. You on 10. So I'm gonna let you stay on 10 and I'm gonna stay on 2. Just because I asked you a question. Why you why you feel so argumentative over a question? And then lets you know it's some unsettled stuff. Like for real, to be honest, I have to tell people like when something is said to me. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna be on here long. I got about what 6 more minutes. I'm gonna say this, but there are boundaries. I wanna won't cry. Right, right. And but here's the thing. What tripped me on MC Girl for life. We as women have our boundaries, but then we get mad when men have theirs. Or when our partner has their boundaries. We get mad, talk about who you think you are. Man, I got boundaries too. Just like you don't like to go that far with me, I don't want to go that far with you. But we get mad. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so I realized something. I realized, okay, so you all know that when I was in my younger stage and everything, one of the things that I did was strip to help take care of my kids, to have a little cushion and all that. Okay. I make no bones about that because it is who I was, okay? But I was talking to somebody and I was saying that if I had that choice to do it today, I know too much. I wouldn't have never did that today. I weep for the girl that I was at that time when I was stripping because I felt like um mentally I felt like I was already being molested and raped. So me taking my clothes off to dance, I was doing it for the greater good, which was my kids. Okay. Do I regret it? No. But would I do it now if I still could? No. I would not do it. I'm a different person. I know more now, and I'm not that little girl anymore. I was a little girl in a grown up's body because I was stuck. Remember I told y'all about being stuck at different ages when things happen? I was still stuck at that teenage stage when I was in my 20s when it came to that lifestyle. So like I said, I don't regret it because it's part of who I am. It's part of what made me who I am. However, um, it saddens me if I can be honest. Lately, you know how you look back over your life and you're like, dang man, you know. And the reason why I said it is because um, I was hurting. I was hurting during that time emotionally and mentally. I was hurting, and nobody cared enough to understand why I was hurting. You understand? So to look back on that life that I had, yeah, I did it to take care of my kids, but at the same time, it lets me know I remember being just like unstable, trying to figure everything out, trying to be like, like, man, how am I gonna get out of this? Or how am I gonna become this different person? Because I always saw myself successful. It was never a thing where I always saw myself successful. And but it was the thing on what is the first step to take to come up out of this, you know. And so when I look back on her, yes, I was good at what I did. Yes, I made good money. Yes, I took care of my kids, and they didn't know until they got grown of what I did. However, I weep for that little girl. I weep for that time because I know, you know. So I always try to be as honest and open as I can with people and let them know, especially women. That's why I try not to judge nobody because I've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here. And not only am I here, I did the dang thing and I done kicked it in the butt, honey, and I'm sitting real pretty, real pretty, and I have conquered my demons. And so I tried to understand when I talk to people what level where they are mentally and emotionally and all this and stuff because I remember, and that's why when I talk to people, I go straight for the jugular. I go straight for the jugular. I'm like, okay, and I be hearing some stuff, and all of a sudden I go, okay. So what really happened when you were younger? What happened? We gonna screw all that you're talking about. Let's talk about it. What went on? What is it that you're not saying? Because it's something you're not saying. And if we're gonna talk, let's talk for real. Let's go on and get healed together. What is it that you're not saying? What happened? Who did what? What didn't you do? You know. So that's how I approach different things. Um, but yeah, it's some things that if I could do it again, I still wouldn't because that means to undo everything that I've went through to get to where I'm at. You know, I don't want to change it because I'm able to talk to other people and help other women. And I help some men. I be telling dads what to look for in their daughters. When you got daughters, you need to be more aware than the mothers. You need to show up more in your child's life, especially if she's a female, so you can be the first partaker. She can see her dad in a different light, not just the disciplinarian, but the one to show her love, the one to show her understanding, the one to show her I'm here for you, even if you and the mother's not together no more. It has nothing to do with your child. Now, some women, well, let me change it. Some female are stupid because they get mad at the dad and want to take it out on him where he can't see the kid, then get mad and talk about you don't do nothing for the child. Well, shoot, every time I try, you interfere. Who gonna want to go through that? Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Thank you, 300. I just read that. But I'm just saying, I mean, I'm a female and I ain't wanting to deal with no whole bunch just to help somebody. I ain't rewind time. That's real talk though, for real, Pooh. That's real talk. You know, I just try to be as honest with people as I can. Because I don't want nobody trying to tell my story for me. I can tell my own story. Good, better, and different. I'm going to tell you the truth. Even if I don't look good in the story. You know. So can't nobody else tell you about, like I said, there's nothing that I haven't told that I've already done. I mean, what? So it is what it is. And I went through it so my kids wouldn't have to. Now, I did say this. I wish I was a virgin when I got married. And I know it's so old timey. Y'all like, what? I really do. I wish I was a virgin. I've always wished I was a virgin. For real. Because y'all know I wasn't. And then the stuff that I went through and all that and stuff, and then being a dominatrix and all that and stuff like that, it just led me down. Just I spiraled down a tunnel, and I mean I'm out now, thank God. But I believe it. Pooh, I believe it. I promise. I believe it. I promise you. Honey, laughter is medicine. I trust me, laughter is medicine. Right, 300. Right. Cause like I said, I don't open my doors. Who? You better get with it. We'll both just be standing there. Like, my husband will tell you, she don't touch no door. Sure don't. I bet not, especially when him and my sons is around. I bet not. And I know y'all think that's so old fashioned, but that's who I am. I'm a lady also. I'm not just I'm a lady. I'm a real lady. I like my chair pulled out, everything. I'm one of them. I told you I'm bougetto. I'm ghetto and bougie at the same time. I am. It is it is what it is. So what I mean by that is if I go to the projects, I fit in. If I go to the White House I mentioned, I fit in. I know how to fit in anywhere because that's who I am. I am. I'm the home girl and then I'm the queen at the same time. Oh Lord Pooh, I'm scared of this question. Go ahead. I'm scared. Go ahead. Oh shoot. So I'm gonna wait on this question. But yeah, y'all. So, I just like I said, I just wanted to come in here and chat it with my people, see how y'all Thanksgiving was yesterday, and read that letter to y'all. See what y'all think about them getting married within 15 days. I wish them the best. I really do. Marriage is ministry. It's hard work though, for real. Let me see. Yes, I gotta share this pool. Wait a minute. Let me see. Absolutely. Did y'all see what she put? Yeah, they be like, this is what they say. Well, I ain't heard from you in a minute. What's going on? You be like, then you, and this is an example. Yeah, I'm exaggerating. Then you throw a rock in my cat, slice my tire, knock over my coffee, and laugh and walk out the door. You won't know what's wrong with me. Why come I ain't been around? You lucky I ain't shoot your house up. I mean, I don't play. Look, y'all. Hi, my name is Coco, aka Libra Butterfly, and I'm addicted to coffee. And yeah, that'll get you a beat down quicker than anything if you knock over my good, delicious, tasty coffee. I play it's not about my coffee. But get you 300. Pooh, I'm not playing. I don't play about my coffee. Shoot. That's honey. I'm telling you, a hug can turn into a headlock at any moment. When I don't have coffee, a hug can turn into a headlock at any moment. I'm telling you. Plays not. Matter of fact, when I get out of here before I go to bed, I'm gonna drink me a cup of coffee. I feel it. I feel it in my shana, y'all. It's what's the thing to be in your uttermost guttermost? Yeah, I feel that right there. Right there. Me and this water. 300. You gonna stop hating on my coffee? I done told you about that. Shoot, you love coffee too, Pooh. Now. So anybody that wants to give me a Christmas gift, y'all can give me a gift certificate or a gift card so I can stay stocked up on coffee. There you go. Or a Bath and Body Works candle like the cucumber can. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. We got this place here in Kentucky called Sun Negroes. Oh my goodness, they have the best coffee. But I keep them as a treat. Like tomorrow, I'm going to them tomorrow. Now, during the week, I go to McDonald's. I used to drink that much coffee. I can't handle it no more. For real. I just can't. I've been drinking coffee since I was 4, and my body's like, like, oh no, you ain't. So I'm like, it's at first I thought it was a Libra thing. Cause I watch what's her name? Fat Babe. I watch her all the time drinking coffee. She love her coffee too. So I thought it was a Libra. I said it must be a Libra thing. But then 300's a Libra and he don't like coffee. So, which, we ain't even counting him because his mother likes coffee. So we adopted her and exchanged her for him. So, that's how we're going to do it. And she had 6 cups today. Oh my goodness. I know you want 100. I can't drink that much coffee. And see, I got the McDonald's K-Pods in there, and that's what I'm going to go drink because I drink McDonald's coffee every day. My husband leaves out in the morning and go give me a cup of coffee. They know him down there now. He goes give me a coffee. He know what to give me. Get my stuff on the side, bring it back. I'm good because I don't want a hug turn into a headlock. You get me? So I'm like, uh-huh. So anyway, you guys, I keep saying I'm gonna go, ooh, but I'm gone off water too, y'all. I drink certain spring water, and I told you I'm bougie ghetto. NC, that's okay, NC girl. We adopt you. We bring you into the fold. Oh, it's free at your job. Out in the machine. Okay. And see, I'm even bougie with that. If it ain't McDonald's or if it ain't Sun Negroes, I don't even drink Folgers no more. Folgers taste funny to me now. I never liked Maxwell unless my grandmother made it. Now, Taster's Choice Instant, Taster's Choice Instant, now that's a good coffee. It really is. So, Taster Choice Instant, that's a really good coffee. Now, I like that. Um, but yeah, I got the McDonald's K-Pods up in my cabinet, and that's what I'll be drinking, a few shakes of a donkey's tail. Oh, okay, yeah. I got my Kirk in there too. So, my mom drinks that much coffee. Yeah, taster's choice. It really is. Instant coffee got that like I don't know. It's just something with instant coffee. And I used to be a Folgers girl, but Folgers they did something to it. I don't know what they did. Can't stand it. But taster's choice, especially when your water's hot, girl, it tastes like it's perked. Yes. Now I'm gonna tell you another coffee. Let me show y'all. Look at me. Y'all done got me on the coffee kick. Let me show y'all another coffee to get. Let me see. Now, even though I don't do Folgers instant, let me show y'all one that's really, really good to get. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull y'all in. Where'd it go? No. Go back. I can't stand a computer that changes. I didn't ask you to change my screen. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show y'all now. Let me tell y'all about this coffee. Y'all see it? It's Folgers Simply Smooth. Right here. If you get this coffee, it does not upset your stomach. It when I tell you this is smooth, it is smooth. For real. I don't know what they did, but this right here, if I ever buy Folgers again, this right here is what I will get. Because that's what I used to get when I had the regular perk, thing. Simply Smooth. You can't, I mean, it doesn't upset, it doesn't aggravate a ulcer if you got an ulcer or nothing like that. This is really nice. It's called Folgers Simply Smooth. See, and it even says gentle on stomach. And it's the truth. It really is. Now, what I do, uh, for my coffee not to upset my stomach, let me tell you what I do. Hold on. Let me get out of here. I put a pinch of baking soda in it. When you put a pinch of baking soda in it, it neutralizes the acidity of it. And you can't taste it, but it when it goes in, it doesn't, it doesn't affect your stomach. Right. Maxwell House is Which one? When you talking about when you go in McDonald's, or you talking about the K pods? Oh Lord, poo like Maxwell, Lord. I'm gonna tell you what happens. Real people in McDonald's, what they do when the coffee tastes like really, really well, is because they put 2 packs of coffee in and then they brew it. But when you get somebody that don't know what they're doing, they put 1 pack in, it's like drinking water. But when you get them real people that know, they open up 2 of those McDonald packs, put it in there. Yes. Yes. That's why it tastes fire when you get it. And plus, you got to get it fresh. If you don't get it fresh, it's like drinking paint. So, I have a thing that I'm doing for myself tomorrow, you guys. So that depends on. Oh, okay, y'all. Let me tell y'all my frustration, and then I'm done. Y'all, my family. The K pods. I always get the Colombian because the Colombian and the breakfast taste the better to me. The one with the red on it, it tastes like water. That may be why I sometimes feel like a little nauseous after I drink. Yeah, it is. Try putting a pinch of baking soda in, like Armor Hammer, or if you got the red meal. I got both. Put a pinch of it in there when you get your coffee, stir it up. You can't even taste it. Actually, it brings out the coffee taste more. So yeah. But y'all, let me tell you. Y'all my peoples. Y'all ain't gonna tell nobody. Why come my husband's truck is still at the people's place that's fixing it? That's all I can say is okay. I was like, what is that just came out of my bank account? Duh. Okay. So, but anyway, because I just got an alert and that scared the crap out of me. I was like, what is that? Yes. I ain't never had Dunkin' Donuts at all. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts. I don't, nothing about Dunkin' Donuts appeals to me. Not their coffee, not their donuts, not the sign, not the color, not the people, nothing. So, but yeah. So okay, I'm done asking my husband when his truck is coming home because okay, so he's driving my car and he wants to give me a new car. First he said, "Baby, if you want to keep your car, you can keep it." But now he's been driving it back and forth to where he work at. He's turned my car up. So now I want a new car, a better car. What I was trying to do was put my car in the shop and whatever's wrong with it, however long it takes, just fix it. So when it come out, I'm good because I wanted to get her some new shoes. She needs some new shoes on her feet. She needs some new socks. You know, um, yeah, I wanted to get her glasses tinted a little bit. Her sunglasses. I want them tinted. I wanted some brand new windshield wipers on her and everything. Like they not bad, but I'm trying to kick her up a notch. Cause I like my car. And it don't even feel like my car now. I think she's mad at me. I got in her this morning to go get my coffee so my husband can sleep. And she was just like, what? She was real nasty and real mean to me. She was like, what you want? You ain't gave me no love recently. What you want? You know, you want a Flintstone coffee? Oh my goodness. And I'm for real. And I was like, don't act like that. For real, don't act like that. You are still important to me. You my girl. You are my girl. It's me and you forever, boo. And she was like, no, you let him just dog me. He got me on the stroll. He barely want to pay me what's due me. Like, she really kind of foul right now, man. That kind of, it's hurt me. It's hurt me. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to make it right with her. I'm gonna have to go and take her to the doctor, so she can know she's special to me and everything. But I can't take her to the doctor till he get his old mean kicking the butt truck out. I'm like, I can't even get my music souped up until because I refuse to get my music souped up and I ain't in my own car. Call me selfish. I don't care. I refuse. I refuse to give my. No, I will not. Shoot, I can't bop, bounce, or nothing like I want to. I had plans, and I said I'll let to say I don't even pay the car payment. He does. I got my nerves trying to dictate to him how. I got my nerves trying to dictate to him, talking about you got to hurry up and get your truck so I can have my car, and I ain't paying for nothing. But that's my baby. When we got her, she only had 51,000 miles on her. Shoot. I want some nice shocks on her. So that's why I was like, I had a list. I'm like, just I want them to keep it until it's all done. Work on it a little bit. Start working on everybody else's car. Then work on my car. Start working on. Just tell me how much it's gonna cost. Tell me when all of it's completed, and I'll be over to get her. And it's like having a new car. She be ready, but I can't even do that. Shoot. I'm like, so I got attitude. I have a Mazda 3. So, and with them, you got it. And I had to tell because see, my husband, let me tell y'all, I love my husband to life, but I have to be honest with y'all. My husband believes in driving a car until it gets like close to E, where the E in the line is going to make love. Then he'll put gas in it. That's how his truck got messed up. So I gave him a stern warning in my car. Don't let 300, I don't play. TC! Hey, boo! Smooches. In my car, now, when my car gets close to the half a tank, put me some gas in her. And I don't want that real cheap crap either, because she run better when you treat her like you love her. And he probably been sneaking putting that little cheap stuff in her. That's why she mad at me. Cause she think I know she ain't getting no filet mignon. She getting that chopped steak. Shoot. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, Boo said, "Come pick you up." I'm gonna have to learn how to drive over the highway, y'all, because I've been invited so many places, and I've never driven over the highway by myself. I'm always with my husband or my mother, so I'm gonna have to learn how to. I'm gonna have to learn how to just go on and shove it. So I'm like, okay, but yeah, man. I do. I want to get, like I said, I want to get her some brand new shoes. They've been running sales on tires like crazy. I'm like, man, but hey. So what? He was laughing at me one day because I was like, oh my goodness, my gas hand is low. And he heard my husband say, you got almost a full tank. You only are 2 lines away from the full. And I was like, that's low. He was cracking up. He was like, and then my husband was like, babe, come on now. Because I hate that, y'all. I hate that. I keep smelling on full. But I know men ain't like it for real. You know, so I made him made me a promise. When it gets close to the half, put some gas in her because she hungry. Shoot, don't be starving my car. Ain't nobody look. He always messing with me. Ah, so what? I take care of my car. I can't help it. Ah, what you want, cat? Move. But that's all right. I'm gonna ship you to 300. He needs a cat. Anywho, yeah, 300. Because if your future wife likes cats, then she's a keeper. So you need an animal or a cat to see if she gonna like it. If she like it, then you need to keep her. If she don't like nothing, if she don't like a cat or a dog, you need to get rid of her. For real. Why come my show women drive so fast? TC, I drive fast too. I've slowed down some, and my husband said I still drive fast because, A, I can turn some road up, trust and believe. So, but that's good. I'm just waiting on him to get his truck out. All right, my favorite baby. Really? In 2018? Dang, I'm glad you okay though. Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all the best car I had was a Buick LeSabre. It was a 19 No, it was a 2013 Buick LeSabre, old school limited. That was the best car I ever had. Then my next one would have been my Omni, my Dodge Omni. And then after that would have been my Ford Fairmont that I had. Well, I had my Ford Fairmont first, but I'm just putting them in the order of cars, I think. And then my fourth best car is the one I have now, which is my Mazda 3. But that 2013 Buick LeSabre Limited, oh my goodness, that thing it would be floating. You wouldn't even know you going that fast. You'd be doing 90 and it felt like you doing 20. That's how smooth it was. I used to burn some roads up in that car. I do 300. I do. I get it below half a tank sometime. I, I get it below half a tank sometime. And I put gas treatment in it at least once a month. That's why it's still, yeah. Shoot, that up this complex. Facts. TC, TC, look. Let's have a counseling session, just me and you. Ain't nobody else in the room, okay? So I'm learning how to relinquish control a little bit more. It's hard. It's hard. Oh my gosh, it's hard. I'm like, but I'm learning. As long as I'm learning, I'm still growing. Okay. When you don't learn, then that's when you cease to exist. You cease to grow. So I'm still growing. Oh, at least I'm honest. She'll be okay. My feelings right though. I had a okay. Oh, I traveled out of town in a Volster. Yes, I traveled out of town in one of those. Let me see. Oh Lord, that's a sign I don't ever want to date in my life again. You gonna stop buying sports cars? Okay. Yeah. Both of two of my daughters, they had the same dad. They dad was a can is I said was, but he's dead to me. So is a Cancer, and no ma'am, talking about crazy. Mm-mm, mm-mm, never. Temper be on 100 just for no reason. Wake up just and then just wake up in 100. You like, who made you mad in your dream? I mean, because you really, really, you on 10 and you just said good morning. What's what, huh? You always in time out. Oh my gosh. 300 stupid. 300, I bet it's something you say though. I bet you just there. Very emotional, TC, for real, real. Yes, very. Wear their emotions on their sleeve. It's like, what? You sneeze. And somebody say gazunte. What? They said they wanted you. Dude, I sneezed. They said gazunte. Come on now. You know, be like, I saw you looking. You want that person, don't you? Are you serious? Well, what was that winking? I got something in my eye. Look, see? It's just crazy. It's crazy. Oh, right. 300, you stupid. Yeah, slept with their fist up because they so angry. Right. If you be like, angry about what? What you mad at today? I mean, let's just pick one. The grass, the weather, the butterflies, the sun came out too much. I mean, what are you mad about today? Good grief, I reckon. But yeah, I'm like, this is crazy. But nah, that's one sign miss me. Right, because you so okay. So it is a sign thing. Okay. All right. Yeah, because that's how he was. Crazy.com. Crazy.com. I'm like, That don't make but like I told, Libras are natural flirts. Libra women, we natural flirts. To us, it's not flirting, it's a way of life. That's just who we are. Even when we just being ourselves, we're accused of being how am I flirting? I'm just being me. Because you smiled a little bit too long. I smile all the time. What do you mean? You know, yeah, crazy. And this, are they? Wow. It's deep. It's real deep. On the expressway? Dang. Not at all, TC. You right. Right. That's because they crazy. Not trying to be funny. I've never met one that's not a little off. I'm serious. I want to be proven wrong. But I've never met one that's not a little off. Like for real, like gunpowder in your food off. Yeah. It's like what? They very sexual, but they off. I'm talking very sexual. Yes. Oh my god. Yes, bananas for real. And you like, oh my goodness, I gotta be even crazier for dealing with you. Shoot. You say yes, that's why you cook. Oh my gosh. Every day. Dang. I got family in the shad. I ain't heard nothing about that, which I don't talk to them like it all the time. So, wow, that's messed up. And that's what now that is why you overlook everything else because they good at what they do. Facts. I'll give you that. You overlook everything else that's crazy because of that one attribute right there. You're like, okay, I know you best shit crazy. Excuse my language, but I know you are. But it's just something about you that just keeps me hooked. And you know what that something is. You just don't want to say it. That's because yeah, they out there sexually. I'm like, okay, crazy, crazy cooter. So I want some coffee. I want some coffee. Whew. Okay, so let me wind this up and tell y'all. This third book, y'all, I'm gonna have to push it to January. It's not gonna be ready next month. It's not. Excuse me. Allergies. Dang these allergies. But it's not gonna be ready next month. My other books is still out there on Amazon. If y'all want them from me, a signed copy, it's a different price. If you want it on Amazon, you can get it. Um, Let me see what else. Um, I haven't heard from King. I'm sorry, aka Anthony McNeil. I haven't heard from him because we're supposed to be doing a couple of joint ventures where thank you, NC girl, thank you 300. We're supposed to be doing some joint ventures where the book and the music is concerned and something else. So I haven't heard from him. So I don't know where that is as far as he's concerned. So hopefully he'll get back with me soon. Um, but I am looking forward to the January release date. If I so happen to make the December, then you guys will know. And I hope I can count on you guys to get a copy. It's taken me a while because, with my daughter being deceased, it kind of threw me for a loop. So, and I'm just now getting into a rhythm that I'm kind of, trying to stay in. So, and then I had a computer issue. It's just been like, so I'm just like, I can't right now. I can't give it the attention that it needs. And I don't just want to throw no stuff out there and say, okay, here, because that's the last one of that series. Are you okay? Yeah, I tried to hold it in and I sneezed in my shirt. Okay, and since you in here, TC, what did you say 300 was to me? You said Anna something, Angus. You said he was something to me. What the? Wait, because I don't know what that was. She emailed me. Oh, well. Anubis. He's your Anubis. What is that? I'm going to have to look it up because I have no idea. You be springing this stuff on me and you make me study, right? I blame you because I'm already a nerd. And so when you put stuff out like that, oh, your Lord protect. You know what? That's true. I don't even have to look it up. That's true. That's true. Okay. Okay, so okay. April girl. Yeah, so yeah, she April, whenever I find out how to make people moderators, she's one of my moderators. She might be the only one for a minute. Her and 300. What's going on, sis?
Oh, everything and nothing all at the same time, but everything's great. How about you?
I'm good. I'm really good. I won't complain.
Amen. How was yours Thanksgiving? You and your family?
It started it started off crazy, but by the end of the night it was all good. It was all
Amen. That's excellent.
yeah.
Excellent.
Yours?
And to the chat. Oh, everything was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Quiet, beautiful, enough to eat. God is good, you know?
Yes. Yes.
And hello, good evening to the chat. So the so the name of it is Anubis.
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 Okay.
Anubis. And so Anubis was an Egyptian god, an Egyptian deity. And he actually is known as the Lord or the God of the underworld, the God of the dead. So what Anubis does And he was the one, when in the Bible it says that, your heart has to be lighter than the feather in
The
order for you
feather.
to into the right.
Uh-huh.
So what Anubis did is that he held the scales. He was the one that held the scales, and we talk about that Libra. Remember we talked about that? Okay,
Yeah.
so I, okay, so what happens is that Anubis ushers the people in. He holds the scales. He puts the heart on the scales, and he measures whether or not your heart was lighter. It was lighter than a feather. Then, if it is, Anubis will take you into the next part. If it isn't, then you go to another part. So the reason why Anubis changed roles after a certain point, and then what he was the protector of souls,
Oh, okay.
and so he's the protector of purpose. He's the protector of people who are looking forward to their journey and actually getting through their journey and being able to get their heart lighter than a feather so that they can go on to the next round.
Shut
Mhm.
up. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So oftentimes an Anubis is a very a very fun loving person, somebody who people don't even think of as an Anubis. You think of a protector as,
Yeah.
very aggressive and all that rah rah stuff crap. But
Right.
the Anubis is usually a fun loving, kind of, laid back, taking,
Lord,
be
that's
there as
him. That's
support
him.
mechanism.
Yeah, that's
Yes, indeed.
300. Yeah. Yep. You're right.
And at
Wow.
the end of the day, the Anubises are really the ones that folks should listen to, because they're the ones who have insight about things that's going on around you or around that person that other folks don't necessarily see.
Oh, wow. Don't get the big head 300. Okay, keep talking.
And so one of the things that I consider myself an Anubis to a certain degree,
Okay.
and we don't mind being in the background. People say, oh, why don't you get your own chat? No, that's not our purpose, honey. That's not our assignment. Most people, when they say that, you can tell that they're not spiritual, because if they were, they would understand that everyone is on an assignment,
Right.
and
Right.
they would stop saying that, because if 300 wanted a thing, he would get it. If I wanted one, I would get it. Been done. You know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
don't have to tell me that, because that I would have we don't that's not our assignment. So yeah, we're there to be support systems, because we want to see your life's purpose actually come to fruition, because that's our life purpose, is to make sure your life purpose manifests.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay. Now.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
very very interesting. I love Anubis, and he's known. When you see him, he's half jackal, half man, half dog on the top, and half man. So when that's basically because dogs are symbolic of loyalty.
Yeah, you're right. Mhm.
And they would take an L, meaning their life, they give their life for their master, you see.
Wow.
Hmm. Hmm. So that's the reason why the jackal, is that's the reason why it's a
Swear
jackal.
I always learn when you come. I swear, I learn from you. That's why I be sitting back like, I love it.
Well, I love you for that, and I appreciate, and I'm humbled for that. But we are learning together, and the thing is that, again, Coco, again, Libra, butterfly, you open up your platform for these types of
Yeah,
conversation and dialogue, so we can drop these jewels and be able, everybody in the chat can talk about it, or to have a discussion, or go after wherever we're going, and look it up ourselves and have a discussion wherever else. It's
yeah.
very important, because in today's, going into 2021, let me just say this, I'm thankful for 2020,
Hmm.
because I lost about maybe 600 pounds.
I know what you're talking. I know what you're
Okay.
talking. Come on.
I lost the I I was able to get rid of a lot of people from my life that did
Yes.
not need to be there, and baggage that I was holding on to that I did not need. And now I'm feeling light and lighter and lighter and more clear about a lot of things. Because in 2021, it's this is the thing. You're gonna make your decision, and it is what it is, and you'll be final with it.
Yes.
And you can't make decisions if you're clouded or if you're crowded with baggage and luggage and unnecessary depression and unnecessary stress and unnecessary other people's crap and mentality. Get rid of that so that you can think solid for yourself.
Yes. Yes. I receive that. Yes. And that's what I've been doing.
Oh, I know you've been
Yes.
working for, yeah, you've been working for a while. Yeah,
Woo.
and that's your purpose anyway, because yeah, you still have a couple of journeys. You gotta do your traveling, because Mother Continent is waiting for you, waiting for her daughter to come home.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
waiting
you still
waiting for
remember
her
that.
daughter.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, honey, you gotta do it.
I
You know.
know. And I want to. I can't wait to this thing lift up or whatever is going on. Because I want to.
Mhm.
That is a desire of mine that I'm gonna make happen.
Oh yes, you'll be there soon as the creator wants you there.
Yeah.
You will definitely be there, and you'll be there with the people who need to be there with you. So it's going to be a wonderful journey. You're going to have fun, and even Africa is going through its own cleansing in a whole nother way.
I believe that too. Yeah.
Oh yes, they are. Oh yes, they are.
Oh
Ooh,
wow.
amazing. Yeah. Because Africa is getting ready for their children to come home. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I got more studying to do. Yay. Cause
Mhm.
I love history. I just love it. I love history. I love science. Anything that
Mhm.
makes you think like that, I love it. And I'm a deep thinker. Like when I'm out here, I'm always into something like how did something start? Or where did this come from? Or and lately I've
Mhm.
been in the journey finding out just digging through the mess of where we came from. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Oh wow.
going through
Yes.
the Hebrewites, the Israelites, the Jebusites, and all this stuff. I've been doing
Oh
studying
yes.
and studying and studying on that, and I mean, I am amazed. I'm amazed.
Wow. Well, I need to help you because you need some old maps.
Wow.
See,
Okay.
when you get that, see, that's the study of topology, because what happens, topography, excuse me, and what happens is that the countries that are carved out now were not the countries in
Right.
the day of old.
Right. Okay.
So mhm,
No, I was gonna tell you that. Okay, the thing that's getting me right now is because I'm not gonna say everybody, but I know you know about Noah. Okay, and Noah had three sons. Okay,
mhm,
and
yeah,
so if Cush was black, and we know he was, okay, so
mhm.
Noah couldn't have been white. You know,
No, definitely not.
but the way that it's depicted, not racial or anything. I'm just talking about the studying, like getting to the original scripts, the original scrolls, and things like that. And I've been studying, and I found out that I'm like, what? Man, I'm just, it's so much, and it's just some. I've been studying this for like 3 days now, just really really
Oh,
getting down there and seeing who had who and what color, like, because my eyes are funny, my eyes change, okay, and I was talking about that.
mhm,
And when I got
yep,
to studying this, there's a type of people that came from Noah's kids, that this woman was so dark. I mean, she was like the crayon color black and had gray eyes. They were
mhm,
beautiful. Oh my goodness. And then this other woman, this other kid, she was a kid. I couldn't even tell what her eyes was. So it didn't make me feel bad. I was like, okay, so I'm right at home. Mine don't stay the color. It changes to the color and then it changes back. I've never seen
and it
nothing
changes
like
back.
that. You know,
It's it. you be surprised when we do go back to the genealogy, and then of course we bring it on home, we bring it up, to, I don't even want to say today, we just bring it up a little bit.
Right.
Um it is important to see the natural progression of the earth, and the earth changes as well as the countries and the country changes, because like you said, some of the countries were named after Ham and
Yes,
Canaan
and
and
Ham.
Put and
Yeah.
Put and all of those, and then it was Shem had his sons,
Uh-huh.
and then of course Japheth had their
Because
sons, and then
yes.
and
Yes.
then you have to follow the migrations and follow where everybody went to
Yeah.
after a certain time, but also remembering at one point in time that the earth was one big old landmass.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like they could walk, and they might be in what we know as Africa today, but then they walk for a month, and then they would be in Asia or
Right.
something like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. 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 I
So that's why it's so important for folks that when we read in the Bible, oftentimes it's important to take in consideration culture. It's important to take in the names, Ham, Shem, the Japheth, each one, what lineage, what order were they,
right.
because all of that. And once you dig into all of that, it's just totally amazing, because Hamites are African people. We are considered Shemites or
Yes.
Semites.
Yes.
So anytime you have those Jewish people tell you or tell us that Farrakhan or whomever are anti-Semitic, there's no way we can be
Not
anti-Semitic. We
at
be
all.
anti ourselves.
Right. Oh my
We
God.
are the original. We are the Hebrew Israelites the Bible speaks of, because we have the covenant. We were not the imposters. We were not the ones who converted to
Thank
Judaism.
you.
We were born into it.
Thank you. It's our lineage.
Okay?
It's our inherit.
It
Right.
is our lineage. We
Uh-huh.
have the covenant through Jacob.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob. Remember, Jacob's what? Brother? Twin brother was Esau?
Esau. Yep.
Right. Okay. And Esau had his the Edomites. Esau's lineage or descendants are called Edomites. And
Yes.
Edomites we consider Europeans to this day.
See. I don't know.
So yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Mm-mm-mm.
So I tell people we are the ones, we're the ones that the Bible speaks of when they talk about Israel, and the angel that came to Jacob to change his name to Israel. Don't forget
Israel.
the
Right.
angel who,
Right.
yeah, and I'll be hard pressed to tell people to go and look and see what the name of the angel was, the archangel who came to Jacob to change his name when they had a fight. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
okay, and Israel and L. So and all that. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It's a
And
beautiful thing.
what's so funny is the kids from Israel and what's his name? The one who Hagar's son. What's Hagar's son's name?
Ish, Ishmael.
They still fighting to this day. That's your modern day Iran and Iraq. I mean, that's
Yeah,
your modern day. Yeah, I think I had it right. They still fighting to this day because of what happened back then.
yeah, and it's very interesting because there's a whole lot of speculation about, are they Hebrew Israelites, and some people say yes and some people say no. Yeah, that's a whole nother Israelites. Woo. And Hagar in that whole
Right.
situation.
Right, the
Yeah.
whole because I learned. Okay, now I knew about Hagar. Okay, I knew about her.
Mhm,
I knew about Sarah, which her name changed from Sarai to Sarah. I understand
mhm.
that, but I did know that he had married and had another wife, and he had 6 kids by the other wife. Okay,
Right.
so altogether, Abraham was married 3 times, and
Okay.
Yeah, and so as far as we know, documentation, he's been married 3 times. And so I know Hagar's son, Hagar, since she was the maiden and she was sent away because it upset Sarah, quote unquote, to have him around when she the one started that crap. But anyway, make a long story short, his kids
Mm-hmm.
is the ones that's now going against Israel, his kids. And it's like that's where the conflict is, and the conflict is still over her being banished, from there with him. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, but I've just been getting into it deeper, like how
Right.
many kids they had, like the Midianites. I didn't know that came from one of the kids named Midian. It tripped me out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what?
Yes.
Yeah,
And yeah,
so I'm sorry,
you
guys.
know what? I'm glad that you said Medianites because that's they were very small community, but you can see remnants of them even to this day.
Yeah,
And I'll yeah, even to this day you can see remnants of who they were. Now, those of us that like jewelry and copper and
yeah,
metals of all kinds, those folks were very, very in tune with that and the universe. I'll put it that
yes,
way. And
yes.
things of that nature. Yeah, they were very much in tune, and they made things at a certain time with the moon, the full moon, the da da da, and on, in order to manifest whatever they were trying to manifest, being a very small community, and things of that nature. So yeah.
And another thing that I found out, and stand in that topic a little bit, but another thing that I've been researching, I found out that when the fallen angels, okay, when they
Mm.
came down here, the point of their punishment was because they were teaching. They told us what God's real name was. I'm talking about humans. And they was teaching them how to make gold, how to
Hmm.
make this, how to, like, they told them the secrets of where they came from, and they wasn't supposed to. So that was part of their punishment when they got down here, because there was certain things that they taught us we shouldn't have known.
So that's a very interesting. Mm, okay.
Okay. Yes, I'm listening. I'm
I
all ears.
I I hear that, and I've been taught that myself.
Okay.
And so that's the justification for, not wearing those earrings or ornaments or things of that nature because it comes from, okay, so then we have to go back to the the Garden of Eden,
Okay.
and when Adam and Eve, when Adam ate the forbidden fruit,
Yes.
and then they were like, "Oh, okay," and they saw each other, and they were up, they were awake or alive or whatever you want to call it. They became aware. Um, they were banished from the Garden of Eden, which we now know now is like Persia or Iraq, which is where
Right.
Iraq is.
Uh-huh.
And then they were given, they were sent out by Archangel Raziel.
Okay.
Raziel gave them the book of life.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Some people say the book of knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, go ahead. I know what you're talking about.
And so that it was a book to help them to navigate through the world because they were going to need to know how to do certain things. And it was for Adam because his behind was going to have to be productive and be able to do for his family and hard labor and ya and bang 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 poppity pop pop pop, right?
Okay, yeah.
Well, homeboy decided that he was gonna throw the doggone book in the daggone ocean. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Adam was lazy. Behind. Mm-hmm. He was lazy.
Okay.
Anybody that's gonna say, "Oh, she made me did do it,"
Yes.
you already know. You already know.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So homeboy decided to throw the book even though the Archangel Raziel was trying to help a brother out, homeboy, homeboy didn't want God. He threw it in the river. They have hard times, and then Adam and Eve, quote unquote, have hard times, and whatever, whatever. This book had the knowledge of everything, where everything was, how to do, when to do, what time of the year, the seasons, all of that stuff. Okay.
Wow.
Now let me explain. That book was sent to the depths of the ocean. It was taken by let me just say this, various sea creatures. Let's just say
Okay.
that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And it was taken to the depths, the dark depths of the earth, of the ocean, earth, ocean, whatever, of the ocean.
Okay.
And it was there, and it was kept there as part of the treasure. And it resurfaced again during the time of Enoch.
Yes. Yes. Come on. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And so Enoch is there's two, but Enoch is one man who actually transitioned into one of the archangels called Metatron.
Okay.
Okay.
I remember
And
Metatron. Yeah. Uh-huh.
right, Metatron is Enoch.
Shut up. I didn't put two and two together. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I just want to say that the book of knowledge was already handed to Adam. It was already given. He decided to be very pompous and egotistical. I don't need this, and toss. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then later on, so the book of there was already there was knowledge already around already. And then of course, then with this thing with the giants and the fallen angels, all that kind of good stuff. It all says that, they weren't supposed to. They gave us some things. They gave us some things, but it was knowledge that was already
here
in existence.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
And they was just, yeah. So, so it all depends. See, what happens is that sometimes religions try to use that particular story to tell women don't color your hair, don't wear makeup, don't wear earrings, don't wear rings and things of that nature. But we are Shemites. We always adorned ourselves with all types of gems and stones and things of that nature. So we don't they can go fly a kite. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because we are when we do that, we are in communication with the universe. If people don't understand that, we are always in communication with the universe when we adorn ourselves with various gems and stones and all that kind of good stuff. And just understanding when to do what, when to plant certain crops, when to all kind of, when to cut hair, when to have children, when to have there was even a time where if you could conceive a male at a certain time on a full moon, and you can conceive a girl on a new moon. You see what I'm saying?
My grandmother,
you see what I'm saying?
My grandmother is an Indian, and my grandmother used to say that. My grandmother is the one who told was it my mother or one of, anyway, I remember her saying, "Give me the calendar so I can tell you what you're having." And she almost pinpointed to the day, and she told her, "You're having a little girl," because she did it by the moon. She knew how to do that. And what I was gonna say something else. You had just hit on something. Oh my goodness! It'll come back to me.
When to plant, when to harvest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you? And this is something else that I know that people don't talk about. Actually, the earth is supposed to yield itself every 7 years. Every 7 years, you're supposed to let the crops just grow and everything like it. You're
Yes,
not supposed to cultivate it. You're not supposed to cut it. It's just supposed, because what happens is it replenishes itself and it realigns itself. But we haven't given the earth enough time to do that, and that's why there's
that's
a
true.
whole lot of things that's out of whack because we
That's right.
won't yield. Yeah,
Exactly. You're absolutely right. We just keep going and keep doing the same, but we have to give Mother Earth an opportunity to cleanse herself. If not, she will take the
there you
opportunity
go.
and cleanse herself, and she's doing it now.
Now,
And okay, she said, "Okay, I'm giving you my sister, my little niece here, Corona, and she's gonna tie y'all up. You're not gonna be able to travel. You're not gonna be able to go. You're only gonna be able to get 5 of you in a store at a time, and then you're gonna have to go the heck back home. You can't get your hair done. You can't get your nails done. I don't want to smell those fumes or anything of that nature. No, and absolutely not. And she won't plan, and neither is Father Time, because they extended this whole thing. And guess what? It's gonna be extended one more time. There's 3 levels to this. The number 3, there's 3 stages to this corona. And I said it when we started talking in February, Coco. We
yeah,
talked about this, you and
yeah,
I.
yes,
There's 3 stages to this. Don't nobody want to listen to the ones that have the
no,
message, you see. You know,
true,
I don't, you understand? So there's 3 stages. We're in the beginning of the second stage, and it will be a third stage. The second stage is going to be a little bit more difficult because it's very asymptomatic in terms of the symptoms and looking what to look for. The last
right,
stage will just be a downhill spiral, but the bottom line is that all of this, like you said, Mother Earth is replenishing and cleansing herself, and she wants it to be fruitful and multiply, and wants us to be fruitful and multiply. But Mother Earth was getting tired, and she was like, no, not.
right,
Um, I do want to say this. It's very interesting how we have to learn who the archangels are.
yes,
And we have to learn who all the other angels are and the different levels of the heavens.
yes. Because okay, correct me, and I'm not above correction. And I've read three, but I believe it's seven.
7.
Okay, go
Yes,
on.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead. Okay, I'm listening.
And, okay. Yeah, that's right, NC girl. That's right, Yahweh. That's right, because there was no J until the 15th century.
Right,
Um, right. We just have to be mindful that the archangels have specific purposes. We can connect to them directly. We don't need in-betweeners, intermediaries. We don't need them. We don't need a middle person. We don't need a broker to broker a deal for us. We can go straight to the source. Okay? And what religion, all of them, the Hebrew, the Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, and even Hindu, and some others. They create these caste systems of control. They create these systems of controlling certain people so that they can benefit financially or status wise. And only thing it is that they just don't want you to know what they know. So most of your ministers and everything, they know astrology like the back of their hand. Oh, yes, they do. They know astrology and astronomy, and they understand how it's all connected, and they understand everything, the archangels, and when and where and how to do certain things. If you learn that, you would then put them out of business. If you understood it, you wouldn't call it certain things. You would call it what it is, and that is you being in tune with the universe for yourself,
facts.
not from somebody else. Because these people zap you from your life purpose and your soul. They take your soul. and they get what we call brownie points from the spirit world.
Oh
And they
wow.
offer up your soul to the spirit world. And guess what? They get more chances. They get more get out of jail free card. They get more. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
When it was supposed to be yours, it was yours all along. That's why don't give up your children. Don't, go ahead and get them protected, christen them, baptize them,
Yes.
all of that stuff. And do it however you want to do it. But just get it done and
Get it
stop
done.
letting people be in the face of your kids and stop bringing them to people's houses that ain't clean and all that stuff and whatever, because the angels are so close to them.
That's oh
But
yes.
but you can
Yes.
run them away when you bring them around filth and muck
Unclean
and
people.
mortar that
Yes.
is disgusting and not of a righteous nature.
Yes. You are so right about that. You are so right about that. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And that's why when people say, "Oh, the Rona," well, guess what? The Rona. I don't remember anybody saying that we should stop washing our hands.
Come
Who
on.
we learned that
From a
from
kid.
kindergarten. We used to wash our hands. That the little teacher said, make sure you sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," and that's how long you have to wash your hands.
Right.
And to this, in my mind, to this day, and I'm 50, I will sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" in my head, and that's when I know I finished washing my hands properly, or ABCDEFG, or Happy
The
Birthday to,
birthday
or
song.
something.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
We used to always put bleach in our water to
Thank
wash
you. Still
dishes.
do. Still do.
When did that stop?
Right. So this is nothing new for some of us.
No, it's not. Like all this stuff. I mean, the mask is a tad bit,
Yeah.
challenging, especially if I wear glasses, so it's kind of gets foggy and all that other kind of stuff. But the bottom line is that we never stopped. We stopped being clean because cleanliness is next to godliness.
Mm, mm, mm.
And folks don't wash, they don't bathe, they don't. How do you wash clothes and you don't bathe? How's that happening? How that happen? When that happen?
I know,
How
right?
you how you gonna wash and you don't wash your clothes?
Facts. Come on now. Come
What's up
on.
with that? How do we allow our children, our men, women nowadays smelling like Black and Mild, disgusting?
Thank you.
You don't have to smell like that. Oh, there's ways to get the stuff. Listen, I have a coworker, you would never know she's smoking. Doggone it if she ain't a chain smoker. But let me tell you something. You walk in that house, you would never know.
Okay.
Okay, you would never know because she knows what to do. But we just what happened? What happened?
Oh, mm. I have no idea. I mean, to me, like I said, a lot of things skipped because people wanted to be their children's friend instead of being the one to teach them morals and to teach them. You can't reason with a
Mhm.
child who has never reasoned before. How does that happen? That's like me walking into McDonald's telling them I want a Whopper. That don't work. That's McDonald's.
Right, right,
You can't, and just like you can't put a square peg in a round hole. You can't. I mean, we trying to make things fit that don't fit.
right.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
I don't
But
get it.
I will say this, NC girl, I will say this. I don't believe Rona is real. I do believe that there are some things that they're saying about cases, and I think that some things about cases have been embellished a little bit through media.
Yeah.
I don't I would not myself advocate to take the vaccine. Um, I wouldn't myself, but other people may do other things for whatever reason,
Okay.
and that's on them, and that's up
Right.
to them.
Right.
You know, I will say that unfortunately, I've known several people, and some are right here on YouTube. I'm gonna just say YouTube. I have a couple of family members who were hit with this this virus, and it's real. They did have pre-existing conditions, and so I understood that too. Um, and so we just have to be mindful. I just say be clean, as clean as possible. Um, just yeah, just let's be clean. Bleach. We know what Lysol and bleach and all that good stuff are. We know what that stuff is. We used to do it all the time. In
Right.
hot, and we used to wash some of our clothes in hot water, and you know
Yeah.
things of that nature. Just stuff.
Just basic stuff that grandma told us when we was younger. Then now we
Just
have to go
exactly.
back to, even when it comes to herbs. That's something that they did when they was younger. They told you to take a spoonful of this because this will help with this, and we laughed. I'm saying we as a people, we laugh, but
Mhm.
they know because now most of the drugs that they try to prescribe people has a base, and the base is a herb.
Is an herb always. Exactly. Exactly.
So you know it
But
is.
yeah, so I totally I like what NC Girl was talking about with the discussion of Enoch. I think if folks understood who Enoch what was and is now, and Metatron, you would really understand that little emblem around D Ramsey's neck.
Yeah. And here's the thing though. I was gonna do a study on that. I was gonna do something on that, and I was going to we was just gonna walk through it. And so here's my thing. Here's my challenge to you, ma'am, and I hope you accept Wonder Twins power activate. Look, but
Oh yeah, right.
but if you can,
Form of.
Monday, I don't know what your Monday look like this week. I know you're probably still busy or whatever, but just get with me because I want you to come over here and on this panel so we can get it in with Enoch. Because I know some
Enoch.
things, but I don't know a lot, and I'm not afraid to say I don't know a lot. So I'll be having my paper and pen too.
Not a problem. Let's get it. Let's hit it.
Okay, 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 okay. Now,
Mm,
what's a good time for
I
you,
love
Monday?
Enoch.
Because I'm off Monday. I did.
Okay, so if
I was strategic with that.
I see, I should have been strategic. Doggone it. Now I know why everybody else is took off. Okay, doggone it. Let me check the overall scheme of the schedule and everything, and then I'll get back to you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
let me get back to you.
whenever she let me know, I'll let y'all know. And I hope y'all come on over so we can get it in. Y'all been asking, so y'all know me. Iron shopping's iron. I'm ready. So yes, ma'am.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Ooh,
ma'am.
ooh, interesting.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
I love so. Cause see,
And you know,
I had told them about what I thought what I was teaching about one day about the Bible, and I was just some things in the
mhm,
Bible that was questionable. And I said the way that
mhm,
I read the first chapter and the second chapter of Genesis is that we talking about two separate women. We're not talking about Eve through the whole thing with Adam. We're talking about Adam's first wife because it said in that one verse that God made he and she her and him.
that's right.
And then back up in another chapter, I think the third chapter, the second chapter, then it says, well, he put Adam to sleep and took the rib and made Eve. And so to me, that's two
Mhm.
separate events. And I was just
Yes,
letting people know
that's
you
right.
can read the Bible like it's a book because it's not, it's events that they try to make come
Yes.
together and try to teach you, blah blah blah. So that's how all this got started with the Enoch and all this and stuff. So that's I just wanted to give you a
I love
background
it.
on that.
Okay, okay, because you mean like Lilith and okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because there is
Yes.
no. I think it may be one scripture that mentions her, but it has no connection to Adam. You see what I'm saying? Like it, but
Mhm.
to me, I believe it. I believe that he
Well,
was banished.
in the Torah, and
Okay,
I have my Torah here.
I love
Uh,
it. Ah,
yeah.
I
Oh
love it.
wow. See now. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I know. Me and you could go for hours. Look, I'm just
Woo.
like, oh my goodness. But that's
And and it's in Hebrew. So okay,
That's
all
what
right.
I
So I'm gonna have
thought.
to.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
it's in
That's
Hebrew.
why I want a Hebrew and Arabic Bible. You know, they got the Bibles with both
Hmm.
both writings in it. They
Yes,
got one Bible, but they got the English version, the Hebrew, and the Arabic.
yes, yes.
That's what I
I know
want.
that they have that. Yes, and it was interesting because this was a rabbi who gave me this, and because I told him that I am the Hebrew Israelite that the Bible speaks of, and he said, "Okay." He says, "You got it." Mm-hmm. Because
Okay.
I wouldn't let down. I was at my mother's nursing home before she retired, and she was like, "Oh my God," she just knew I was gonna act up, and I did sort of, but I just let them know that you're Jewish. I
Uh-huh.
am the original. You're the imposter
And
convert.
come on.
I am I am the bloodline.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
therefore, you bow down to me,
Facts.
not me to you.
Right.
Okay. And they're Ashkenazi Jews, Jewish people. We
Okay.
are That's totally different. Ashkenazi just means those that came from Khazar, and they were the ones that they converted because they had to. They had
Yeah.
to convert over for survival purposes. Okay. God bless you. But you don't get my land. You don't get my stuff. You will not.
I
No, you
know
will
that's
not.
right. Because I know
No, you will not. No, no,
and
no.
you know what? Here's the thing. I think this is what people are afraid. People are afraid that we're waking up. Some of us have never been asleep. We've been waiting
How
on everything else to catch up.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Yes, like NC Girl said, did she spell that right? I said, yes, you did. Message. Okay. Yes. Yes. Samhain. We're going into the Samhain and we're going into the Yuletide and all of those that have all of these wonderful etymological historical beginnings and what they really mean.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, we haven't all been asleep. Maybe we were hibernating, for a little bit,
Mhm. And then,
you know.
like how me and you are talking right now, this is normal. You can tell this is normal for us. Okay, you can tell that you who you are and I'm who I am, and this is something that we do. And a lot of people would once upon a time would look and say, "Oh, there they go with that mess." But now, because people are
Hmm.
waking up, now it's interesting. You
Hmm.
see what I'm saying to
Exactly.
them? It's interesting to them
Yes.
now. So once upon a time, they probably would have laughed and said we was crazy. But now, because everything
Yes.
is, it's what was I gonna say? Where it's out of place, everything's beginning to rock and roll, and things are shaking and
Hmm.
all this nothing is stable no more. Now people's beginning to wake up and say, okay, it might be something to that stuff, and let me just see.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I say not all of us have been asleep. Some of us has always
Right.
told the people that no, it's deeper than that. And they didn't believe it.
Exactly.
So yeah. I'm
That's
excited.
right. That's right.
Now,
And
now they walking into my world. Hello, welcome to my world.
okay, that's what I'm saying. And you know what? I'll never forget. Donald Trump said some years ago that he would run for office. He was a Democrat at first,
Yeah,
but he said that he was going to run for office as a Republican. He said because those were the most challenged people. He said another word, but he said they're the most challenged people that he knows in terms of smarts and
yeah.
intelligence are concerned,
I
right?
I seen that. Yep.
and and so it's very interesting because you know certain ones he can get over and control them, and he can't necessarily always control those that are on the other side, right?
Right.
So because they have too many questions.
Right.
I'm saying this, and I say this for all humility. I am grateful to God that we did have Donald Trump as the president for 4 years,
Yep.
because we were sleep. We were in a slumber. We were stupid over. I don't know what it was we were doing.
We was drunk off the sauce.
Oh, okay, okay. Drunk off the sauce, and there it is. And there it is. And for those of our people who think that they have arrived or they arrived for whatever, I don't know how they thought that they arrived without everybody else, but okay, they arrived, and therefore, there was no more. We had Obama. There was no more racism, and da da da, and it couldn't be okay. All right, now we getting ready to show you what racism really is.
Mm-hmm.
This right there. This guy can lie like the Dickens,
I mean, and
and
not better than I.
and
Oh,
and and no, and in real time. I mean, they have documentation. They can go right to it. He said it about 15 minutes ago, and all the rest of the Republican leadership and everybody else is, oh well, he probably had a bad day. He might have meant so and so. He might have meant this. He might have meant that. Wow, that's what we're doing. So
right.
we're justifying. Okay, you see how slick they are.
He might have meant it. Oh, okay, but that's not what he said,
Yeah,
and he didn't even
that's
apologize.
not what he said. He said X, Y, and Z.
Thank you.
Now, like stuff, but see, they gonna stay tight with each other. You see what I'm saying?
Of
You see
course.
how they roll?
Yep.
You see how they are? They gonna act right. See, I'm not talking about the lying part, but I'm talking about when we have to learn how to stick it together. There's
Come
some things that we say,
on.
some things we don't say. Shut your trap,
I just said
your
it
mouth.
earlier. I just said that.
You
Learn
dig
how
me?
to study to
Okay,
shut up.
right. Just be quiet. Silence is golden. Talk too much. And then when we talk, it's not even substantive talk. Okay? Half people can't even talk. Can't even understand what they saying.
Oh my goodness.
But we are waking up. And again, not that I'm saying that Biden Harris
Yeah.
is the end all be all. This is the beginning of us. We make Biden accountable to us. We put them in office. They will be accountable to us or else. Period.
And like I said, write the check. Write the check. Let me do what I want to with my what's that 40 acres and a mule, whatever that's called. Reparations. There we go. I had a moment. Write the check.
What I
That's
want them
it.
to do, I I don't want them to write the check. I want my states, all the states. See, let me say this about reparations. There's different
Okay.
levels of reparations.
Mm-hmm.
And reparations that come from the federal government.
Yeah.
Reparations are gonna come from your county government, gonna come from your city and your state government. And then
Okay.
there's corporate reparations. So all of these entities played a part in this horrific incident called the transatlantic slave trade.
Right.
They had to insure the ships. They had to insure each person. A bounty was on each person's head. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come over, and then they made these people work for free, etc., sold them to people privately, private families. Those
Sure did.
families are to give. Let me tell you something.
Sure
when
did.
when I get finished with in Africa, all of them that allowed that, them too. I want half of West Africa. You're daggone right, I do.
Now.
Okay, because the Hamites who sold us in, sold the ship. They go. I want mine over there too.
Now.
Okay.
Fact.
Okay. So there's a whole bunch of people that owe us, honey, and
Sure
the
is.
federal government is just the beginning.
See,
You
now
see,
when
it
you
is
put it
just
like that, okay, I'm with you. Now, don't cut
right.
no check. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because I
like
want mine
North North Carolina Mutual Insurance, big major when it came down to insuring each bounty on each of those slaves' heads when they came off on the shores of Jamestown. Hmm.
now, I didn't know that.
It,
Wow.
right. It wasn't called North Carolina Mutual then, but it's
Yeah.
known as North Carolina Mutual. Yes. You see? Hmm. Oh, yes. So there's corporate reparations from all the corporations. Then there's city, state, county, and then federal government reparations. Hmm.
Oh wow.
Yes, and then of course Africa. I want mine. I want it from. And guess what? I'm gonna go a step further. I know because I did my genealogy, at least the part that I was able to get through. That we made my folks stopped off in Scotland. Okay, like we wanted
Mhm.
to, but there was that was the travel that was the travel path that particular ship took,
Yeah.
and they came through Scotland. So I want Scotland too,
Okay.
because my yeah, you daggone right. And it was a German lady, a good mentor, a friend of mine. She told me that if African Americans can go to Europe and prove that their lineage or their ancestors stopped through any of those countries, that we could get land there for free. Free.
Really? Cause I can.
Yes, ma'am.
I can. I
Mhm.
didn't know that. I can.
Okay, if you can get that and have that documentation, yes, you can. Hmm.
Shut up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm gonna go a step further since we go. Listen, here's the thing. 2020, the veil has been taken off of the
Yeah.
earth.
Mm-hmm.
She is redeeming and cleansing herself, and now I'm talking to all I want. This is what I want. Africa, Scotland, and I want Europe. And I also, well, when I say Scotland, that is Europe. But for me, I want the Indians, the Native Americans that were here, them too. I want yours too. I'm coming after you, everybody. Okay, that's why when I'm on here, I kiki. I love it. Trust me, I love focus. Some things are just fun, and some things are
Mm-hmm.
not, and whatever.
Yeah.
But these are the discussions that I want, and I know because I have them all
Yes.
the time.
You know I'm about
I want everybody's head. I
it.
want it. Don't tell me to go eat cake because I'm gonna get mad.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, Marie Antoinette says, "Letting me cake."
I
I
let him
got you,
take
Marie.
a roll.
Got you. Okay. Because
Mm-hmm.
you gonna get put to it. Okay, right. Those people owe us,
Yes.
and we have to stop acting like belligerent imbeciles that we don't deserve it.
When we do.
Because but we do.
Mm-mm-mm.
And if we stop with the numbskull, the stuff back and forth, the banter back and forth with each other, the just the unnecessary stuff, we can. I think that even with the creative, the divine intervention will assist us with the rest.
Thank you.
But we gotta take the first step, Coco. You know that
Yes. Yes.
we
And that's
gotta take the first step. I ain't
why
mad with nobody on here.
not at all. It's bigger than
But
you.
some, right. Some people, no, I'm not. They not my cup of tea.
Right.
I
And
don't
that's
do
okay.
this. We don't do the same, but we don't. Nobody does the same daggone thing. So that's how nobody thinks that. But here it is. But I'm not tripping. I'm just the deal.
The real I'm just saying that you girl, now they don't like your type of teaching.
They don't like this type of teaching. Who
Mm-mm.
started that? Who started saying that?
His name he's a oh my goodness, he's a he follows church. He's a church blogger, obnoxious William McCray. His name is
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah, that's his saying. They don't like this type of teaching. Hmm.
Lord.
So
Okay.
yeah, but
Yes, we are here, and I'm just like I said, I'm just grateful again for you, sis.
oh,
You always opened up for the good, the kiki, the this that. Look, have some diversity. Don't be just talking about one thing. That's it.
right.
Let's talk about a multiplicity of things, and I'm good with that.
Me too. Mm,
Yes.
mm, 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 mm. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
This has been great. She's gonna let me. I'm
Yes.
probably. I'm doing ice. That's
I
rude.
can't wait.
No, I can't do it. So hopefully,
That's
go ahead.
no, I was just looking at, yeah, they better wake up. That's right, NC girl. And that's right, they better wake up. There'll be collateral damage if they don't.
I was gonna say, yeah, and I'm not
Hmm.
sharing, man, with nobody who didn't try.
Okay, I know that's correctness.
Cause why should
Ma'am.
I do all the work and then you sit back and reap all the benefits? No, that's what's been going on too long. Those of us have been in there doing what we supposed to do, and then everybody else gets the benefits. No, that's not going to work for me anymore.
Nope, that's
So
not what's happening. 2021, everybody has to come with their own, and I guess you could say, live their own life,
yeah,
and make their own way.
that's
Make
it.
your own way.
And
Hmm.
that's it right
You,
there.
you can't you can't cancel for anybody anymore. 2021, those days are over. It's a beautiful thing. I will say this. Was it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? We're still gonna have one more little snafu of some drama.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
be on the lookout.
Okay.
One more.
One
One more.
more.
One more, and then we're clear.
Okay.
Oh, geez. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
I'm just trying to not try. I'm taking. I try not to use the word try, and I just did it again. But I'm learning how to stay focused, stay in the moment. Um, because a lot of times it's easy to get off whack. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. That's all I
Hmm.
can do. Because I know, like I
Hmm.
said, it has to start this year in order for it to keep going years later. If you start next year, you already behind. You have to start this year.
Right. It's like harvest. Right.
Yes.
Like we didn't pick our greens and our sweet potatoes in October. We didn't plant them in October and November to get them in October and November. We had to plant them like sometime. What was it, in August?
Yeah,
End of
early.
July, something?
Mhm.
Early August, September, maybe, whenever. Maybe August. Yeah. So you're right. We have to do it. We have to plan, and then we reap later.
Right.
And be patient. And be patient. Be patient. Be patient.
True.
It will come to fruition. You have to believe. I was somewhere, I was at a store the other day, and I was looking at some herbs and spices, and I saw a mustard seed, mustard seeds. I was like, well, this mustard seed. So they saying I have to have faith as big as a
Mm.
mustard. That's all. Girl,
Mm.
that is amazing. Just that little
Yeah.
itty bitty thing.
I mean,
Just
it's small. Yeah.
it's so small. And
Mm-mm-mm.
so we just have to have some semblance of focus, just focus, I meditate, fast.
Yeah.
Fasting and prayer is amazing.
Amen. That's true.
Hmm. And I
That's
agree
true.
with NC girl. I agree with her. She said something about, it's she finds it hard to say Jesus. Um, yeah, it is hard to say Jesus. I guess for me, it's just understanding just knowing the linguistics, and knowing when they said Yahweh and Jesus and all that stuff. But here's what I debate with all the time. Yahweh, Jesus, was he black or was he white?
Black.
I mean, there was this, even if it's Jesus, it was a description
Sure was
in
in
English,
Revelation.
in
Mm-hmm.
Hebrew, in in the Meta Netter. in the Islam, in the Islamic, in the Talmud, in the Apocrypha. It's everywhere. Different descriptions.
They just it's a
And
lot of things that was whitewashed.
right.
Hmm. And that was just
So I
that was
agree
to
with
keep
her. Yeah.
control. That was to keep us in slavery. That was to keep us in control, and it almost worked.
Yes. Yes, it almost did. Oh, y'all almost got away with it,
Hmm.
but you didn't, and you're not.
Right.
Mm-mm. No, you're not. And you know what? They don't want this responsibility anymore on them either. They don't want
Right.
it. I
Yeah.
got you. I'm going. We got this. Hmm.
Yeah.
We got this.
Mm-mm.
But
But
it's gonna be great. But thank you so much,
oh
Coco.
no, thank
You're a
you.
gem.
I'm looking forward to next week, Monday or Tuesday. I hope it's Monday though, for real. But just
Oh,
let me
most
know.
definitely.
Yeah, as soon as
I
she
know.
let me
I'll let
know.
you know.
Yeah, as soon as she let me know what time, yeah, I'll put it out there and I'll schedule it. Just pay attention. So
Done
it's
deal.
almost 3 hours, so we're ready to get out of here. I heard coffee calling me, so I can drink some. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Okay.
and
Go ahead and drink some. Thank you. Thank
thank
you. And don't
you.
forget about your Anubis. You make sure you always say thank you to my Anubis, my 300. Because that's
And
that
you know
king
what's so
right
funny?
there.
You know what's so funny? That's my husband too. The same characteristics you just told me what Anubis is. That's my husband.
Absolutely.
He's just
Absolutely.
like that, and it's funny that I'm surrounded by two.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yep. They have to.
I
They
know
have
what he's
to. They
doing.
have to.
So I'm your assignment 300. So don't get it wrong here.
He's
Oh,
on assignment. You're on assignment 300, booby.
now. Where
That's
do go?
right. Don't I love it.
Me
It's the
too.
love. All right. Have a good one. I'm gonna go back down.
All right, sweetie. Thank you. Love you.
Okay. Love you too, boo.
Bye bye. Okay, yeah, I enjoy. Y'all know I always enjoy when TC come over here. I do. So anyway, y'all look forward to Monday. It's on and popping. We will finally get that conversation and everything. Come with your pens and your pencils and your crayons and your whatever else. Because we will get into that Enoch. Yes, finally. Okay. Okay. So anyway, it is almost 3 hours we've been on here, but it's been so interesting. I know, Melissa. That's when I'm like, what? Yes. Yes. I know. That's why I was like, I'm surrounded by both of y'all. Good grief, I reckon. Yes. So, honey, yes. Let me see. So we are getting ready to bounce up out of here. I believe Bama Girl is on and everything. So I know we're gonna try to support if y'all support her, if you don't, whatever. She's still on. I'm gonna try to tiptoe over up in the sky and fly around a little bit. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody who came over. It's all hotter. Real Mamas, Real Problems. T. Daniel. Um, 300, TC, Melissa, The Real, I'm just saying, NC Girl for Life, April. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. And everybody who will listen to this later, I thank you all so much. And just remember, y'all, if nobody's ever told you you're important or that you're loved, you are, and I love you. Smooches. Y'all have a good night. See you soon. Okay, that's what I was saying. Yeah, me too. I was just saying because I ain't want to offend nobody. Everybody's free to think how they want to think. I still support her, so it is what it is. So, all right, y'all, smooches.